Now, if you're looking to buy an action camera but don't want to spend a lot of money, what are your options? And most importantly, what does the footage actually look like? Well, I've just come across this little thing. It shoots 4K, waterproof, has voice control, image stabilization, comes with a whole bunch of accessories, and retails at just $120. But is it any good? Let's find out. It's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve here from Learn Online Video, and today we're talking about what could be the world's best budget action camera. This is the AKASO Brave 6 Plus. It currently retails for $120. I will put a link to it in the description below. Now yes, a quick search tells me that there are cheaper action cameras out there, but I've tried cameras at this price point before, and if I'm honest, they just look like crap. Whereas this one really stood out because of everything that's included in the price. But as always, I'm gonna let you be the judge. I'm gonna put this thing through its paces, push it to its limits, and see what results we get. But just before we do that, I just wanna show you what you get in the box, because this is ridiculous. For $120, you get an action camera with waterproof housing. We'll get back to that in a moment. You also get 3 bags. In bag 1, you get a roll bar mount, a helmet mount, clips, as well as many other accessories to help mount your camera to just about anywhere. In bag 2, you get 2 batteries, a dual charger. This is really useful. A USB cable, remote with strap. In bag 3, you get a protective back door, 2 double-sided tape mounts, 4 cable ties, a lens cleaner, and a tether. But what does the footage actually look like? Let's run some tests. Okay, so I've come to these rock pools where I'm gonna spend the next 15 minutes shooting some footage. Then we're gonna edit all that footage together with music and sound effects and see what results we get. Let's go for a mini crane shot, shall we? Okay, quick pro tip here, okay? If you're using your camera in and out of water and you're finding that you're getting water droplets gathering on your lens, just give it a lick and that will prevent the buildup of water droplets on your lens. A little bit disgusting, it tastes salty, but I promise it's worth it for the shots. Okay, so in true British fashion, it is now raining, so I'm not gonna spend too much longer here. I'm gonna have to cut this shoot a little bit short. We'll just get a couple more shots and then we're done. Okay, let's talk about something really important when it comes to shooting with cameras this size and this weight, and that is stabilization. The smaller the camera, the more shake you're going to get when shooting handheld. All of that movement is just gonna transfer up your body, down your arms, and onto the camera and give you a really ugly looking shot. Now with this camera, you get the option to have stabilization on or off. My advice, if you're shooting handheld, is make sure you've got stabilization switched on. Here's a quick demonstration. Here I am walking forwards with the image stabilization off, and as you can see, there's a lot of shake. This doesn't look great, but switch the stabilization on and just look at the difference. Much smoother, much more professional looking. Also, I've got to say the touchscreen on this camera is actually really good, really responsive and really easy to change the settings. So far so good. Okay, let's talk camera spec. Now this camera actually comes with a good selection of resolutions, including 4K 30 frames per second, 1080p 60 frames per second, and it takes 20 megapixel photos. I'll put a link to this camera in the description below so you can check out all the spec in more detail. Now there are many benefits to shooting on one of these small action cameras. The most obvious one is that they're perfect for action sports. You can pretty much attach these anywhere, fully waterproof, you can bash them about, drop them on the ground, and usually they're fine. In fact, let's test the robustness of this camera right now. So here I am out for the day, capturing some shots with my new camera when all of a sudden, whoops, I'm all fingers today.
Oh dear, I appear to have dropped my camera onto solid concrete. I do hope it's okay. Let's have a little look, shall we? Ah, look at that. Yep, still on, still works absolutely fine. And that's the beauty of these action cameras, particularly when you use them in their housing, is that they're basically idiot-proof. You can drop them onto solid concrete and they're absolutely fine. If I'd have dropped my mirrorless or DSLR onto the concrete, it probably would have smashed into about 1,000 pieces. So thumbs up for build quality.
Another thing I really like about this camera is its voice control, okay? Check this out. AKASO photo. And just like that, it takes a photo, and this works for video as well, so perfect if your camera is in an awkward place or far away. Now, this wouldn't be a true action camera test if I didn't do something at least semi-extreme, so I took it to a French theme park and onto a roller coaster. It performed pretty well, especially considering I was going up and down and loop-de-looping left and right. It auto-exposed well and the shot was pretty smooth. I then connected my phone to the app via Wi-Fi, where I was able to download all of the footage and post it to social media with ease. Nice. I then took the camera out in the surf to truly test its waterproof housing. It went well. Okay, so we've talked perks, but what are some of the downsides to using a camera like this? Well, the most obvious one to me are its low light capabilities. A camera of this size is going to have a small sensor, and a small sensor generally means it won't perform well in low light situations. So just be mindful of this when shooting at night or in low light situations. So look, I've got to say, I'm actually pretty impressed. This thing's exceeded my expectations. Yes, it's not as good as a GoPro. The image doesn't look as crisp, but it's a fraction of the cost. So it's perfect if you're on a budget or just starting out. Links to everything I've mentioned in this video will be in the description below, so be sure to check that out for more information. As always, if you found this video useful, give it the old thumbs up. And if you'd like to watch more content like this, watch another one of my videos, then you can do that by clicking over there. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.